Hey, welcome back to the channel. I'm Frank, your gracious host on American Eagle Rises for a Tuesday. Yeah, a little bit, it's a little late. Is the lighting kind of weird? Yeah, so my house faces the west, and that's that way. So if I open the shutter, or the blind, too much light comes in, and it washes out, and then when I have it down here, then my monitor light, yeah, so welcome, you returning subscribers. I finally got it out. I had to pause there for a minute. And if you're new here, well, you're welcome as well. Thanks for checking me out. Again, we're a small, little, up and coming YouTube channel, man. We're trying. We're trying to get people to come one at a time. So I do appreciate you guys. If you're new or returning, helps kind of keep going. I'm taking a break from Raymond's channels. He's got his live stream on. He's got some good stuff going on. So, but I wanted to get on. Man, I don't know. Supposedly we got a vacation holiday for Thursday. Yeah, June 19th, something like that. I think it's like from the Emancipation Proclamation, something like that. So we had the day off Thursday, but then we worked Friday. But anyway, I've been busy this whole last month or so. And you guys probably don't really care. I got really busy, and then by the time I got home, and then I finally cut the grass, and then I had to make some food, and I had to get some lunch ready to go. And I haven't even jumped on to play my Magic. Anyway, let's get to some news. So, our economic news. And we'll put on our glasses again. Uh-oh, what was that? Oh, my eye drops. Yeah, the Treasury, the 10-year went down 6 basis points. So it's been doing that the last couple of sessions. Dollar went back down, but it's almost at 99. It's 98.8. So, but the overall market SPY went down. Bitcoin was up. Now it's down big time, down to 104. Oh my God! Oh no! GLD paper gold looked like it traded again, but barely. So pretty much unchanged. But SLV silver went back up. So finally, as we mentioned, or at least I mentioned, that silver might be kind of tagging along from gold. So, but yeah, that's an inter what do they call that? Intra-year high. It hasn't been this high in over 12 years. So there's that. So we've been looking to dump our SLV paper shares that I have. I don't know. The setup still looks pretty good. So I don't know. It's not a bunch of money that I have tied up. So even if I get a profit, it's not big time. You know what I mean? Like, do we just let it ride? I don't know. So other than that, nothing. Try to look for like more appropriate America First news. Sorry, guys. Sorry. I gotta. This is sort of related to America news. Brad Later arrested by DHS agents. You know, just a courtesy for you folks. It's okay if you disagree, guys. I know I got some haters. You know, I will say one thing, haters. You know, I'm not you may think I'm a bootlicker, but I'm not. Maybe it doesn't appear that way, but you do have a point from that perspective, right? We don't want to blindly lead or blindly believe anything. If you ask me anything in life, don't believe it face value. do your own. They call it research, right? But it's like, does it jive with what your life experience is? Anyway, getting back to my recommendation, or just a courtesy, when certain agencies, they're trying to uphold the law, it's a good point not to get in their way, right? Like when when there's a robbery going on, or like a shooting, right, and the police are there, right? It's pretty much good form to not get in the way of the officer's shot, unless you want to get shot, right? If that's the case, by all means, I believe in free will. If you want to get shot by a police officer and you die, that's your problem. But yeah, that's what this guy did. Oh, he tried to resist the ICE agents, and guess what? No. And I think this was like in New York, of all places. So maybe, again, we'll take these little micro wins. Not much, but I thought that was kind of funny. So I had to, that's not really America First News per se. There's a lot of hate. Oh, hey, GM, yeah, this is old. That's old news. What the heck? Yeah, the company I work for, General Motors. Woohoo! Shameless plug. I don't know. I work for them, so it's kind of in my best interest to keep. Anyway, yeah, we're gonna be spending some money finally. I told them this 6 years ago. What was Trump in? Yeah, Trump was office. I think before Trump was in the office, I was like, hey. But yeah, anyway, so we're finally gonna spend some money here. Whether or not we spend it in the right places, I don't know. We'll find out. I hope good things happen. At least it's a start, guys. Like I said, it's gonna take a while. Is it enough? I don't know. Like I said, let's try, right? Like, we might fail, but if you don't do anything, then obviously I call it, they win. And you can put whatever. Homeland Security. Kristi Noem got hospitalized? Oh, that's odd. Yeah, okay. All the signs Trump is preparing for a U.S. attack. No, Trump is not planning an attack on Iran. Okay, come on. That's a little too much of a hot take. Come on. I will say Trump's language isn't very. I don't know. Again, guys, I don't support war over there at all. So, for the record, no, I'm on America First. Israel and Iran, you guys got to go. All right, we'll put you in a room. We'll close the door. We'll put them in a little closet. You guys got to kiss and make up, or you guys can kill each other. We're just putting you in your place. And I don't know, guys. Like I said, anything. But Trump is the master of say one thing, do something. Say one thing, and it means 5 different. He says one thing to piss off one person, but it sounds like it's pissing everyone off. That's classic Trump. Classic, like I don't want to say smoke signals, but he's predictably unpredictable, and even when you think you know him, you don't, right? So, again, I don't like it. So let's give him a little bit time. Yeah, but there's some recent language I'm not. Anyway, like I said, guys, I'd rather have Trump than the other alternative. Okay, all right. If the other candidate got in, we would be dead by now, or we would be, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, nothing's perfect. But getting back to the war, the only war that I believe in is more of a defensive war. If we have to fight it here on our home turf, so be it, right? If America, quote unquote, dies, then we should be defending it here, right? That's what I believe. So I don't think we should get involved with anything. Right? Looks like Europe needs to be liberated. Well, guess what? Well, not our job. We did that twice for you guys. No, third time is not a charm. Third time is not a charm, right? And even if we did want to do that, guys, like if you ask me, even if that was acceptable, the United States needs to regroup. It needs to recharge, right? We've kind of lost our way. The economy's not all that great. I mean, this timing wise, it's the worst time to have any type of war that is provoked on our side. So even if, right, there's we need to, kick the Nazis out of Europe, if you will, right? Like the World War II, right? No, United States probably needs a good 4 or 5 years of revitalization, regroup, charge up, right? We need to consolidate here first before one of those things, right? You have to take care of yourself and be strong before you can actually do good faith charity, right? Right, when you're on the airport, or not airport, on a flight, you know how they say secure your mask first before you help someone else? That's what it means, right? Because if you are weak and you can't help someone, then you're actually, now it's not just you're jeopardizing yourself, now you're jeopardizing somebody else. So even though it sounds selfish, that's what's required. God, if whatever, you believe what you want to believe, right? But God doesn't want us to be weak before we help someone else, right? So we have lots of things, right, as a country, as our communities, and as ourselves, right? We have our own, we have our own things that we personally need to work on. We work on them every day. But anyway, sorry, little side. That was a little bit of America First philosophy, or at least that's my take on it, guys. Again, I'm getting old. They broke the mold. White House condemns Jim. I don't know who the hell's Jim. I don't know. I should probably know some of this crap. Yeah, Iran's talking about. I mean, we kind of talked about this a couple days ago. No matter what you do, if you poke a bear, I guess you could be a real strong bear and you poke a bear and the bear's like, that would be awesome. You think that's a poke? Right? But we knew, right? So Iran claims, again, I'm using air quotes because it's alleged. Obviously, I think they've already launched a few rockets, but, Israel has some air defenses. We'll see what happens, right? I think they talked it up, and even when you don't actually have a strike, like say hey, we're going to strike on this day, on this time, in this location, right? Even if you say that, it doesn't mean that it actually happens. So you're always trying to make your enemy or your whatever adversary second guess. Or you do that as a front, as a feint, right? Or a distraction, if you will. Or change of plans at the last minute. Or it's like a head fake, right? Like, could be, maybe, yes, no, maybe, everything, all the above. We'll see what happens. Come on, Trump. Get a deal with Iran. Tell that guy. Tell Bibi, no. And I'll go so far into, if Israel tries to do what it did with the USS Liberty? Or whatever. It's just kind of ironic. Like, how the hell did that happen and we got involved in Vietnam? Like, it's Israel. Like, I don't know. But my point is even if something looks like Iran tried to do something to us, and it was very limited, and it only happened one time, I say no. You gotta call that bullshit out, Trump. Even if it looks like that, right? Because if Iran really wants to hit us and hit us hard, they will do it, and they'll do it in multiple locations, right? They won't just do one little surgical, and everything looks like it's from them, but no. No, if anything, Mossad has proven that it can make anything and basically do anything that it wants to do. That's damn scary, guys. They were in Iran for more than a year. That's damn scary, guys. You know, they could have sleeper cells that look like they're Iranian and they're in the United States. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you just let your imagination go wild. Man, imagine trying to, like, war game some of that stuff out if you're, like, in the Pentagon. Like I said, we give the big war machine shit, right? But in the same breath, necessary evil. But don't be looking for a fight, you Pentagon. God damn it. Stop it. We don't have enough money, dude. Oh, what? Do we have an arsenal down in Area 51 that we don't have about? Anyway, that would be funny, right? That would be funny. We have an arsenal that's like, so, whoa! I changed the screen, guys. Sorry. Let's get back to that. Yeah, I don't really see any more other news. It looks like the same crap, right? Trump bad. The economy's bad. Oh, this and that and that. I can't control any of this stuff. Right? We can be knowledgeable about it, but don't ruin your life for, we have enough things in our life that's ruining our lives, right? Am I going to have a job next week? I don't know. We'll find out. Right? It won't really matter. Right? Oh, hey. Yeah, guys. What else did I want to say? Oh, on Father's Day, I really didn't say Happy Father's Day. I totally whiffed on that one, but I can't remember if you guys you returning subscribers might know, but I'm not sure how far you guys gone back to some of my previous videos, and if you're new here, but yeah, my father's been gone for a very long time. He passed away, oh my lord, it was actually next month in July, 1997. I was 23 years old. Can you imagine, guys? He's been gone longer than I was when I was, my age at that time. So, yeah, I don't want this to get all emotional or anything like that, but, so I remember in my own ways, I do a big thing for him on Veterans Day, but yeah, part of me wants to celebrate Father's Day as a remembrance, but in the same breath, I don't want to think too much about it. It's just, and even though it's been so long, I don't know, man. Like I said, I still hear his voice. I'm so glad that I still hear his voice in here. Yeah, he's still here, all right. He's been in there the whole time. If anything, he's been being louder, especially these last couple of years. But yeah, it's like been progressively gotten in my head. So yeah, sorry guys, I didn't come out and wish all you a happy Father's Day. I know probably Homefront's listening to this, so I already let him know that. But yeah, guys, special hats off. I wasn't ignoring you guys if you guys are fathers. I know motherhood is not a thankless job, but fatherhood is right there. Especially nowadays, we do honor our mothers, and we have a Mother's Day, and we always put Dad in the back seat, basically, right? you know, a mom can, you know, right? I call it the mother's love, right? Fuss over, like she'd be fussing over something, and you're just like, Mom, why are you doing it? Why, right? Like, stop, right? But you know, like a dad's love is completely different, right? He won't tell you. He won't. He shows it in a completely different way, right? You know, especially as like men, we need to kind of remember that. But um, yeah, he shows you by what he does or what he allows, right? He endures things that he will never, at least especially my dad. My dad was notorious for not saying anything. I mean, it's detrimental type, right? Like he would never do any. He would never ever do it for anyone else. Not even for himself, but he would do that for his kids. That's that's what dads are about, right? They do things. They don't even complain about it. And you know, it's like years later, you finally figure. You're like, yeah, man, dad didn't hate him. It's like, how did dad do that? Like, how did he do it and not complain? Right, guys? Like, it's just, I don't know. You know, it's almost like maybe the heat, you know, maybe our fathers of that era, maybe just a little bit, right? But in the same breath, I think our dads were very, what's the word, like pragmatic, like, or, you know, they probably said, you know what, bitching about it ain't going to do, you know, it's not going to solve the problem, right? I got to do it. No one else is going to do it. I got to do it. So, hats off to you, dads. Other, you know, fathers and like our soldiers and police and fire department. Like, I mean, like, shit. Anyway, yeah, hats off to all you guys. Outside of that, 22 minutes. We got 8:30. Gosh, guys, what the heck? The day's already going away. I don't have anything else. You guys got anything? Sorry, that looks really bad now. Now that the sun's starting to go down a little bit. It's not fully down, but yeah, let's get... Okay, so we found the stop button. Hope you guys have a good day and the remainder of the week. Excuse me. And I'll see you tomorrow, all right? Bye.